Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi, boys and girls. So I'm here at the end of a day. It has been a very, very beautiful day here in Cyprus. The sun is still up. It's about 7 o'clock in the afternoon, but the sun is still up. Can you see? Still sunny everywhere. Yes, beautiful day. I have been walking on the beach, singing to the mother water, telling her some stories that she knows already. Yeah. The molecules of the water of the sea has imprinted the whole story of humanity from the early beginning, where nothing was here, just the single cells trying to survive. And then that's what I was talking to the sea today. I was telling you have all it imprinted on your waters, on your molecules. We know our history from the early beginning. You have everything imprinted on you, including myself, my DNA. There is a lot for us to learn. Yeah. This knowledge is out there. But who cares to know it? I hope you do. Like me, you have this inner wisdom to look at nature, look at the sky, the water, the wind, and know that they know about everything. They know our past. And that's why I'm going to talk something today. Another couple of dreams and situations, okay? I also have this type of information that comes to me in that way. I have a dream, and then years later, these dreams is uh, validated by something that happens. Okay, and this happens a lot. Some of my dreams are out of body experiences, and other ones are like remote viewing. Okay, I do have remote viewing also when I am awake. Okay, so it mixed the dream with remote viewing. Okay, this happens. This have happened many times also with me. Um, and this too that I'm gonna. I saw some shadow there, but it's nothing. Just probably something passing through. So this first one that I'm gonna tell you happens in France. Okay, I was going to visit my friend in France for to stay there 4 or 5 days with her. She has a hotel on business on the the in south of France, but more in the middle of France. Okay, not by the sea, but by on the land, mainland. So I went I went to Paris to to have to have a connection to her place. So I took the Eurostar and arrived in mid of France on Paris, and then I was supposed to take another train, a connection to her city, it's Fussy. So I I went by I went to the station in Paris, but then the Eurostar was a little late, and then I got lost on the station. I took the wrong train, so I had to go back and take the right train to the other station. And then when I got there, I lost the train by minutes. Okay, I just when I stepped on the platform, the train just went. So I had to spend the night in Paris in order to take the next train in the morning because there were not another train to that place. So there were some people in the station. They were coming from the what's the name, that peregrination that they do to de Compostela, Santiago de Compostela. So there were a bunch of people in the station, and then they saw me sitting down there waiting and waiting. And one of the guys came to talk to me and said, "Can I help you? You sounds like you are you are not taking any train." I said, "No, I lost my train." And he said, "What time is the next one?" I said to him, "Look, it's just in the morning." He said, "But you can stay in the station. It's not very safe. So what do you want to go to a hotel?" And I said, "Because I don't know nothing around here." So he said, "Okay, I'm going to take you to a hostel where we, when do peregrination to Tiago de Compostela, you stay in that hotel. It's safe, it's clean, and you can stay there for the night, and then tomorrow morning you come. It's very close to the station. I will take you there so you can learn the way. Tomorrow you can come to the station." Then he was very kind and accepted, and then he took me there. So I went, I paid, and I stayed in the hotel. But when I got to bed to sleep, I felt like something was not quite right. I felt like I had something to do with that place. Do you understand? It was a very uncomfortable feeling. I was not feeling comfortable. And I looked at the place and I said, something about this place that is touching me. So it was a very, do you know the center of France, Paris? So there is this big, big houses that they transform them in shelters or in hostels, etc. So I was one of these, okay? So I felt that something was something was related to me in that place, but I was not feeling comfortable. I was feeling, So at the middle of the night, I had a very strange dream. I was in a manor house in France, and something that I have to tell you is very strange that when I am dreaming, for example, when I'm having some dreams in another country with another language, I can speak the language on my dream clearly, without accent, completely natural. So in that dream, I was talking in French, something that I don't know. The only, if I could remember, how say, I can't remember. No, any word now in French. Okay, mon amour is French. Anyway, but when I am in dreams, I can speak completely, clearly the language of the place. So I was speaking in French, when I was dreaming at that night. And I wake up very upset because I say, how in earth I can speak a language when I am sleeping and I can speak when I am awake. What's the difference? So okay, so I was in this manor house in the field. It was a very beautiful green field with lots of trees, and I was in this manor house. I was on top of the manor house. I was in the balcony, looking at the window. I was at the window. There is a small balcony. You know that house that had this fake balcony, and I was in the window looking outside. And I was looking at the field, and I saw in my dream I knew was my husband. He was training with his spades. Okay, he was doing that movement with the spades and training, you know, like he was training to do something. So I was observing him up there. I had a very long hair, but not this color. My hair was blonde, okay, not this color. I was about 25 years old, 25 to 28, more or less. My dress was like the 17th century, 16th, 17th century. And the house was white with some details in pink. And my dress was like a grayish with pink things in it also. And I was observing my husband there. And when I saw far away on the alley, in the road, not road, this type of alley on those days, they have proper roads. So I saw someone coming, horsing, okay, riding a horse. So I saw him, you know, the horse was very fast. And I said, "Oh, who is that one? Who is this?" And then I noticed that my husband also heard the noise of the horse, and he was trying to see who was coming. And he stopped doing his exercise, put his spade on the ground like this, and was resting on the spade, waiting for the visitor to come. But when the visitor came, he took his swords from his side, and then he sword my husband. He killed him. When I saw his taking his spade and attacking my husband, I just screamed. And then I came down the stairs and banging doors. And I came out from the main door of the manor house. And then the guy killed him, and then took his horse again and fled away. And then and fled away. So I was screaming, calling his name and screaming, and I took his head on my lap, and I was full of blood on me, on my dress, and then I wake up. After this dream, I was not able to sleep at all. I just wait for the morning to come, and then I took my way back to the station, took the train, and went to my friend's house. But this dream was in my head. It was not possible to forget that dream at all. Until today, it happens in 2005, more or less, 2004, 2005. And then what is amazing is about 3 years later, I was, because I had a beauty salon on those days, and I had a therapist doing massages and everything. So I had a friend of mine, and then she said, "Miriam, can you help me to do a massage on a senior? Um, he needs some healing also." So I said, "Okay, let's go." And then I went to her place because she had another place. So I went to her place to give massage to this guy. Me and her were doing 4 hands. So when I was in his head and I placed my hands on his heart, This dream came to me like a flash. And then tears start to run my face. And the guy that were laying down, he was laying down on the massage table. My friend was on his feet and I was in his head. When I put my hands on his chest, on his heart, he started trembling. He was shaking. Shaking that I never saw someone shaking like that. And when when I saw his reaction with my hands on his heart, and he was shaking like that, and the dream on my head, I said, oh God, this is the man that killed my husband. This soul was the one, the soul that killed my husband. And then in that moment in time, I forgive him for what he did. And then when I was forgiving him in my head, of course, I didn't say anything. I didn't say nothing to him because he would never understand what I was going through that moment, and he was going through that moment without knowing. I forgave him. I put everything in the past and say, you go in peace, and I'm gonna go in peace. Well, this guy never saw him again because he wants to see him again. He told my friend, because I left and leave him there with her. So when she came to my place, to my salon, and she said, Miriam, that guy that you gave massage with him, healing with him, he wants your number because he wants to see you again. He wants to understand what's happened to him that day, because he said he never felt that before. He never had this reaction before of someone giving him any healing, and he wants to know what was going on there, why he felt that way, why he was trembling that way. And then I told my friend, I'm sorry, but I can't tell you what's happened. And I'm sorry, don't give him my number. I don't want to see him again. Everything is in the past now. He is forgiven whatever, so in the past. And she told me, Miriam, but he's very rich. He's very rich, and maybe you can do some healing to him. And I said, no, thank you. No, it's in the past. I told her, it's in the past. So sometimes it happens. So I had the dream 3 years before this happened. So something is healed now. I managed to finish something that was supposed to be finished in this incarnation now. So yes, it's very, very interesting. And the second one that I want to tell you happens in Israel. Okay. It was not. It was not a dream. I didn't have any. Well, I had loads of dreams when I was in Israel, but in another situation. Okay. For example, I had a dream one night. I was feeling very sick actually, and I was not feeling very well. And then I had that dream, and it was very strange. I was I was living on top of a half. Um, you know these arrows, these arcs. My house, my not house, the room where I was there with my father, living with my father, was half arc, okay? And on top of this half arc, they had a room. There were a window and one window, big window, and another two small windows by the sides. And it was linked to another house on one side, another house on the other side, and my room and my father's room was just the little one on top of this half arc. So I dream of this half arc, and me and my father, and I was waiting for someone that apparently was my boyfriend or my fiance, something like this, because I was very young. On this dream, I was about 16. So I was waiting for him to come and give us some refugee because the city was being invaded. Okay, probably this was I can't put my hands on it, but probably about 200 years ago. You know, Jerusalem it was the Jerusalem today, the old city. Okay, so it was not far away, probably before the English went there. So it was on those times of of a very big fight and big war in there. So I was waiting for this guy to help us, to me and my father, to move to another shelter so we can be safe in there, because the city, the Jerusalem, was being invaded. It was being, yeah, taken. So, but he didn't appear, and then me and my father were catch on the middle of the things, and you died. So I had that dream, and the next day I had in my head, go and find that place. And I said, oh my God, I have been walking all the old city. I didn't see a place like this. How come I'm gonna find it? And they said, go and found that place, because I want to validate the dream. So I took I said, okay, well, today is gonna be the day for it. I'm gonna be all day searching for this place. And then I started to go up and down. Every place that I have been before, I never saw that place at all. At the end, at the end of the afternoon, and I said, okay, look, I have been walking all day long. I haven't found that place. Probably it's just on my head. Okay, probably there is no existence. And then I heard the voice again, look at your left and get inside that place. So I look at my left, and it was a memorial for people that he had died on that time. Okay, there were a big fight between Muslims, and the liberation from this time about 200 years ago. I went that place in this I didn't know what was there, and when I got in, it was a memorial for that people. So I stayed there for some time and said, okay, now I'm here. I prayed for everyone, for myself also. Probably that's why they want me to come, because it's memorial, and I have been dying up here in somewhere around here. So I was praying there, and I sit down there, stay for about 15 minutes, meditating and remembering the dream and everything. So forgiving myself for being catch in that moment, etc. So young. And then I heard the voice again, go outside, look at your right. And then I went outside, and then I look at my right. There were stairs, small stairs, very tiny, very narrow stair coming up to the roof of. There were a roof of entrance of one of these temples, the Jewish temple. Okay, one synagogue. So I went up there, and then they told me, look at the front, at the front. And then the synagogue was here, and in the front of the synagogue there were some constructions going on. So they had put these things covering everything around. So from down below you didn't see up, because everything was covered. They were constructing. They were just putting down or something and to do a new building. So today there is not, that place is not there anymore. So when I got up there and I looked down on the construction site, I saw the ark and I saw the window. You can imagine my emotion at that moment. I cried like a baby. It was it was a deep cry, like so people were looking at me because some people were going, some Jewish people, religion people were going, using the synagogue, and also there were some houses on top there, because if you go to old Jerusalem, you see that one top of the other, you know, something very strange, very funny. So they were constructing, and I saw it, and then I just melt out. It was the validation of that situation was something completely out of normality. First, I was down there praying for people that has been killed in that moment, and up there on top was the place I dreamed of the night before. Today, that place doesn't exist anymore. They took it off. Now they build a big building on top. It's flat now. So I saw it before it was putting down, destroyed completely. But I had the opportunity to look at some past of my life, and it was amazing. So here we go. Two other dreams. I was supposed to talk about another one, but this coming up, so probably someone needs to hear that. Okay? So I was by myself. Now my family arrived, and I'm gonna finish that video. Actually, it's long, but I have another two that I have to tell you about this type of dreams that I dream, and then after the validation of the dream I had. Okay, there is more to come. And also the remote viewing also that I haven't told you. Okay, next video. Okay, God bless and keep you safe, and me also. Bye bye. Hope you enjoy these experiences I'm having in my life. Bye bye.